Alrighty, PG-13. This is Cobra Python Patrol. Now, after 1988, when they had the Tiger Force, we go into 1989. Python Patrol. They did come out with 6 figures. Oh yes, we had Copperhead, Viper, Crimson Guard. Now, what Hasbro seemed to do is screw things up, so we got the Cobra Trooper instead of the Cobra Officer, and then the Cobra Officer instead of the Trooper. So, did they screw things up? Yes. Then we had the Televiper. These 6 figures made up the Cobra Python Patrol. Now, if you do your own customs, switching parts around, you can make your own Black Trooper. Only you'd have to paint his boots black too. But that looks way better to me than that. So, do I have a few customs in my line? I do. And why is that? Because it's army building. And did they make any more? They sure did. They made some more repaints back in 2003. There was a 6-pack. That which I have 4. We got a Major Blood, a crappy Laser Trooper. That is a wicked awesome Heat Viper. And, well, of course, Lampreys looks friggin' awesome too. And this line in 89 had 3 vehicles. Well, 2 vehicles technically and a tow behind. And yes, I do have the black deflectors, but we'll only have 1. So we did have the Cobra Stun. It was awesome. We had, oh yes, the Python Patrol Conquest. It was an awesome looking vehicle. And well, it was remade again, I think, as well in 2009. So, oh, there was one other vehicle for the Python line, but that I think came, it was a Python Stinger. And well, that Python Stinger, I forget what year it was, but I think it came out in the Collectors Club. So there is a Python Stinger out there. I'm not sure if there's a water moccasin, but you never know. So those 3 vehicles we got for 1989 were, well, you think they would have had a stun instead of the tow behind. The tow behind should have come with a stun, or you know, maybe they should have made a what do you call that, a hiss tank. I mean, the ASP. Yeah, that's the extent of the Cobra Super Stealth. Because the whole point of the Cobra skin was to make it stealthy, undetectable. I don't know about invisibility cloak, if that's what they're going for. But I think it was supposed to be like a stealthy pattern. Stealthy. Now, could have we had other vehicles for sure? I mean, people do customs of Python Patrol, and well, customs are awesome. But you know, like, you'd have to just Google and see what kind of customs people have done. I mean, they've done the Phantom, they've done the Hurricane. I mean, you know, there's tons of customs people have done. I don't know if I can actually find any, but you know, I could always look and see. But anyways, basically it's 3 vehicles. Well, technically there's only 2 vehicles and a tow behind for the Python Patrol. So now if you want to see people's customs, then well, you can easily type them in and look them up. So will we be able to get to see any of these? Ooh, people even did a rage tank. That looks awesome. So there is customs out there that people have done for their own. I guess I should have always put the G.I.Joe in front of it, because you know, you never know what you're gonna get if you try to search it. But anyways, and Black Major also has done customs of figures. I think they've done a bats, and you have to type in custom vehicles. So, you know, but there is some cool stuff out there if you want to take a look on your own and see. But we can show you if we have the time to find. Look at that. That's awesome looking. So there is quite a few customs people do make. And like I was telling you here, look at this custom. What vehicles would you like to have seen turned into Python Patrol vehicles? I mean, they did need like a hiss. That would have been awesome. But people have done it. People have made their own customs. I mean, the hiss 2, yes. Oh, is there an aircraft carrier? Jeez. Some vehicles though, you know, I don't know. I think they should have had more vehicles. But I mean, they did have a Python Patrol Stinger, so people have done quite a few customs. I would like to know who does those customs, because then you can get your own customs made. This one here is just killer wicked. I mean, wow. So I would like to see Super 7 do. Oh yes, we will get, obviously, we will get more Python Patrol from Super 7 for sure. Now, hopefully we'll get a bats. That would be awesome. I mean, I would like to see more Python Patrol figures in the line. What other Python Patrol figures would I like to see? Ooh, the G.I.Joe pilot. Was it Avec? Or well, they just call him Air Viper. So would I have liked to see that as a Python Patrol figure? Hell yes. That would have looked cool. You know, we've got so many different Cobra figures here. So let's take a look here. This figure, for sure. We'll just grab a Techno Viper. A Techno Viper for Python Patrol? That would be awesome. Ooh. A Snow Serpent for Python Patrol? And an Ice Viper. You know, that would be cool. That would be freaking awesome. And you know, people do love the Alley Viper as a Python Patrol figure. Would we get a Python Patrol ninja? Which figures would you want to include in the Python Patrol line? And what Cobra vehicles should they have added to the line? You know, I think they should have added a Hiss tank, maybe even a Hiss 2. And, you know, now they can go into other vehicles. So hopefully, oh yes, definitely one of these. You know, I would love to see one of those in the wolf pack. And I definitely would love to see a water moccasin in the Python Patrol line. Or even a hydrofoil, you know. There is quite a few vehicles that Cobra can choose from. And Cobra's was not supposed to be Captured Joe vehicles, but, you know, we got one. So, would you like to see a lot more? I would like to see a lot more added to the Python Patrol line for sure. You know, they could do another 6 figures. I mean, there's lots of cool ones to choose from, even like Star Viper, or, well, should they include any Iron Grenadiers? You never know. But like I said, in 1989 there was only 3, technically 2 vehicles. So did Cobra need more vehicles for the Python Patrol? I think they did. What vehicles would you have liked to have seen for the Cobra Python Patrol? I mean, a tank would be fantastic. Or 2. You know, 2 different tanks, for sure. What else? Something new, you know. Pull something from the comics and turn it into Python Patrols. You know. What would you like for Python Patrol? Put it down below in the comments. Maybe Flynn will read it. You never know. Also, Larry Hama, you know, you could always try to get a hold of him and send him an email. Tell him what you'd like to see. You never know, that might inspire him to do a whole comic. Now, there's a lot you could add into the Python Patrol unit or subgroup, but they should have got it right. You know, they should have kept the officer, and the trooper. And they start screwing around with stuff, you know, changing the names, switching things up. But the color for the Crimson Guard, now, he should have had red sleeves instead of yellow. The red, because he's Crimson Guard. I don't remember having, I think I only had 1 out of all 6 when I was growing up. And I do remember seeing some in the store, but I think I chose a different Joe at the time, or Cobra. So you never know. Tell me what you got. I didn't have any of the Python Patrol vehicles as a kid. I wasn't really aware of it as much, even though it was in the cartoon. But you know, it's the advertising in the stores. I mean, maybe you've seen it, a glimpse, brief commercial. But I didn't recall it as much, but I still knew about it, if that makes sense. Just like the Night Force, I didn't really realize there was Night Force because it wasn't really in the pamphlets they gave. So when you got these catalogs, you know, if it wasn't really in there, did you really know about it as much? Probably not. So could Hasbro have done a better job of advertising? Yes, they could have. But now it's Super 7 that's going to be making it. I mean, you know, if Hasbro decides to do any exclusives, make some rare stuff and make something different. Make something that we want, you know. But like I said, crossovers are way overpriced. Have I got that other Transform one yet? No. Will I wait till it goes on sale? Possibly. Because it's just, you know, way too expensive. After shipping and everything, for just for like the Thunder Machine, it might be like 200 Canadian. That's just a rip-off for 2 figures in a vehicle. So, anyways, that's why I don't like what Hasbro's done to the lines. And I don't think a lot of other people like it. You know, we don't want to have to order everything online. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. And, I mean, do you like ordering stuff constantly, shipping out money for shipping?